Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my new account playthrough on Gems of War. This is episode 22, and we are going to be doing the Sin of Maraj quest line. So let's go right into it. 4,000 gold to unlock it. We get ourselves a new banner, the Meteor banner. We now have 23 kingdoms unlocked, 67% of them. We have 23 battles here to go through. And we're going to be trying a new troop. This time I'm doing the Sunbird in here instead of Elwyn. Now the Sunbird is going to be doing scatter damage boosted by its life. It has 18 scatter damage and right now it has 31 life. So that's a 1-to-1 boost ratio. So you add the 31 to the 18. We are going to be doing close to 50 scatter damage with it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and use that and see how it works out. Now, another troop that I might put in there halfway through the quest line just to test it out is Roane. We're going to be probably testing that out in there too. And of course, we want to keep casting our Leprechaun to get that powered up. This stupid Charmin troop just damaged my my Sunbird. Oh no. Yeah, let's retreat from that battle. I just had really bad luck starting up that battle. I think I can these wisp troops start with 75% mana, and they are some of the most annoying troops in the game. Because they jumble the board, they charm, and it's just a really messy situation. I don't like these troops at all, and they have stealthy too, which doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. But we're gonna kill the first one. We use our Sunbird here that did 16 damage to all enemies, and we're gonna use now both of them are powered up. Fantastic. We'll use this. Hopefully that'll kill that one. Hey, we got a second skull there. That was lucky. Take out those stupid wisp troops. Yeah, so Sunbird does about 16 damage to all enemies there that first time. And as the thing about scatter damage that's nice is that the less enemies on the enemy team, the more damage scatter damage is going to do. So yeah, that's something to really think about. Lots of skulls there. Might as well take a few of those. Yeah, this time around it seems like because a lot of the battles that I was doing in the previous episode, the first cast of my Leprechaun was filling up the pistol. And now it seems like it takes about 2 casts of it. Which I guess that's just how the gems are falling down on the board. But we'll see. Level 154. Yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and throw Rowan into the team here pretty soon, just to see how that does in comparison to the Sunbird. Yeah, we'll do another battle, and then I'm going to throw Rowan in there and see how that does. The only thing with that is that it's going to get double mana blocked. Right now, the Sunbird at least has red that is not being blocked. Yeah, so let's go in here and throw Rowan wherever it is. I know I have it leveled up. Where is it? There it is. Let's throw that in there. But like I said, it's got blue and green on it, so it's being blocked by both Leprechaun and by the pistol. That doesn't mean we can't get it full, because there will be times where Leprechaun will be full, like right there. Okay, let's see how much damage it's going to do. It's going to do a total of 58 damage plus the 13. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, and by the time that it's full, I might not even need to use it this time around. But this is only going to do 18 damage. The Rowan is going to do enough to kill off that last enemy. So that is nice that you have an option there where you can finish off that last enemy without having to cast the pistol twice. That one troop just hit my Rowan, which means that its damage is going to be less. Because the damage is based on its armor. It's the one downside to Rowan. Yeah, I like it, but it's getting mana blocked so much. I think the Sunbird, I was getting that powered up quicker just because it's not getting mana blocked, you know? Now, the other troop we could try is the Lasher. That's going to get mana blocked too, but it's going to do close to like 60 damage overall. Alright, what's going on here? Did my game freeze? Oh boy. All I wanted to do was try a new troop. And it had to freeze on me. Come on. I'm right in the middle of recording an episode here, and then it decides it's gonna freeze on me. Wow. Come on. There we go. Jeez. Alright. Let's try this lasher. Of course, the skull's gonna do a lot of damage too. Wow. Lots of nice skulls there. Yeah, this Incubus card charms 2 random enemies. That's really annoying too. Really annoying. I don't want to be charmed. Yeah, this lasher might actually be pretty good. Yeah. If anything, the lasher is really like weakening the enemy so that the pistol can take them out easier. Ooh. Nice skulls there. Nice skull match there. Level 155. But yeah, I guess I can continue my conversation a little bit about what mythics to craft. Like, if you could only craft, well, my discussion last time was if I could only craft one, and I was kind of debating between Tina 9000, and then I thought, well, you know, if you could only craft one of them, probably High King Iron Gut's the better choice. If you could only craft one, but, you know, if I could craft, I just had to summon a troop, didn't it? Jeez. Get out of here. But yeah, if I could summon like 3, or if I could craft like 3 mythics, and those were the only mythics I could have in the game, High King Iron Gut's definitely in there. Tina 9000 I think's in there, so that's like 2 out of 3. So what's the third mythic that I would craft? I don't know. I need to think about it. That's a hard decision, because you know, High King Iron Gut could still do level 12 explore battles, but Scorpius is definitely probably the faster troop to do explore battles than High King Iron Gut. But that's about all that I really use Scorpius for. I don't really use Scorpius in delves or in PvP, even though it can be good in PvP. I just don't use it that often. Yeah, probably the third mythic troop that I would craft. Man, it's a hard decision, really is. For me, probably, it's really kind of a tie for me between the Wild Queen and the Possessed King. You know, and the reason why I'm talking about this stuff right now is because I'm working on a mythic tier list, and so I'm really thinking about how I'm ranking these. So this is kind of like spoilers, maybe a little bit, for you guys that do watch this series. I know not everybody that watches my channel does watch this episode series in my new account playthrough, so this is going to be a little kind of inside information for those of you that are watching these. But I'm not really spoiling anything, really. I'm just kind of giving you guys like a general idea of like what I'm thinking is the must-have mythics. I mean, I guess it's spoilers in the sense that you can probably sense or guess my top 5 mythics by some of what I'm talking about. But I think it's pretty well known. I don't think it's just me. I think most people would say High King Iron Gut is definitely within the top 5 that you should craft mythics. I don't think that's really debated. Definitely. Some will probably say it's number 1. Some will say it's like number 2 or 3. But I don't even think there's a debate over whether it's in the top 3. It's definitely within the top 5, but I don't think there's going to be too many people that are going to debate whether it's in the top 3. Pharaoh's Ra is another troop that's probably up there that you should craft. But the thing is that like if you could only craft like 1 or 2 mythics in the game and that was it, I really don't think Pharaoh's Ra would come in until like if you could craft 4 or 5 mythics in the game, then I would say Pharaoh's Ra probably could be in there. But if you could only craft like 2 or 3, I don't think I would put Pharaoh's Ra in there, just because you can still get enough souls in the game without Pharaoh's Ra in order to get your troops leveled up enough. And the thing is we do have Orbs of Wisdom, which, as you guys saw, I used that major Orb of Wisdom to level up or to completely unlock my traits. But we also get growth orbs, and those orbs of growth are more common than even the wisdom orbs. So, you know, as long as you have growth orbs, you don't really need to be concerned about souls as much. I'm just saying that yes, Pharaoh's Ra is a really good mythic troop to have. It will definitely speed up your acquisition of souls. But at the end of the day, if I could only craft like 3 mythic troops in the game, Pharaoh's Ra would not be in there. And the reason why is because eventually you're not going to need to farm souls anymore. And honestly, I farmed enough souls to level up all the main troops without Pharaoh's Ra. I didn't even craft Pharaoh's Ra until I was like level 1000 or something. And I used it to farm out the Dawnbringer, which you need 1.3 million souls to get. That's where Pharaoh's Ra really came in handy for me. But other than that, you know, I didn't really need him. And there, like I said, there's a certain point where you're just not going to need to farm souls anymore, and then you're just going to have this useless mythic troop sitting in your you know, your collection. And it's not completely useless. The one thing I do like about Pharaoh's Ra is that it does do a pretty good amount of damage once you get it boosted up. But you know, I just don't think that if all you could craft, so don't get me wrong, I still recommend you should craft Pharaoh's Ra, but this isn't a situation where, like, if I could only craft 3 mythics in the game and that's it. Yeah, Pharaoh's Ra wouldn't be in those 3. It's just because, like, for example, High King Iron Gut, you're going to use that troop forever. It's never going, you're never going to have a point where Pharaoh's Ra is, or where High King Iron Gut is going to lose its value. Unless somehow it gets nerfed. But here we go. We got our free troop after completing the quest line for this. And yeah, this troop does 8 damage to an enemy. And steals some magic. Not really that great of a troop. Probably won't use it. And yeah, I was kind of waiting to see if I could unlock the... oh, we got our daily. Okay. Yeah, it's that time of... that time for the server to reset. Didn't really notice that until right now. I was kind of waiting to see if the delves were going to unlock the underworld. So, okay, it looks like I need 2 more kingdoms here. I cannot enter the underworld until I complete the quest for Blackhawk and Wild Plains. So, those are the 2 kingdoms we want to do next. That's these 2 right here, Blackhawk and Wild Plains. And, but we still need to unlock the class for this, which is the Doomsayer. So, let's go do those 4 battles really quickly. And let's see if we can switch out the Lasher for something else this time. Let's see how quickly Behemoth actually does power up. Because I don't think I've used this combination yet with Behemoth. With the Cedric and the Bronzelok pistol. So let's do it. Well, it did get full even without using the pistol yet. Just because once the pistol is full, then of course... yeah, it's filling up because there's usually looks like there's stuff that's overflowing. Maybe we'll use this combination for the next quest that we do. See how quickly it goes along. Yeah, there's going to be a little times here where Behemoth doesn't power up, but then once we get stuff like that going, then it will. You know, any blue or brown mana that overflows the pistol is going to go right there in Behemoth. So even though there's some mana blocking, there's enough mana flying around where it will get powered up. And yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and connect that. Yeah, we got a 4-match down here. And then we got this skull. Do this to get our gold. One more battle and we can unlock this class. Now, I don't really think this class is really that great, but we'll take a quick look at it. I forget which weapon this class has too, so there might be a decent weapon, and that's the one thing too, is that some of these classes, even if they're not like a great class as far as its traits and its talents, it might actually be a decent, it might have a decent class weapon. And that's always something to... Whoa, buddy. It's got that troll. I'll take that, and I'll do that. Get rid of Wrath. Get rid of that troll. There we go. Alright, now we unlocked the class here, the Doomsayer. Don't need that. Oops, went to the shop. Let's go in here. It's a good thing it didn't freeze on the shop. Sometimes it does that in here. Doomsayer, where are you? Did I just pass it over? I just passed it by. Doomsayer, there it is. So the Doomsayer class is a demon class, and it has the weapon called Sin's Harvest. It deals 6 damage to all enemies, converts yellow gems to Doomskulls. So yeah, I did forget about this weapon. Now this is kind of a cheaper version to the Doom weapon that can do this same thing. But early on in the game like this might be a fantastic weapon to unlock. For example, if you use this weapon with the Stormcaller class, you can have that Light Storm going, which means there's going to be more yellow gems on the board, which means you'll be able to convert all those yellow gems to Doomskulls. So yeah, this weapon might be a really great one to unlock. So even though the class might not be great, it looks like the weapon is. As for its traits, it has will explode a purple gem at the start of the battle, and then it has a 25% chance to deathmark a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. So yeah, that's not great. Deathmark it can do lethal damage on an enemy troop, but there's only like a 10% chance every turn that it's going to do that, and it has decreasing chances every turn until that troop is cleansed of the deathmark. So, and on 4 or more gem matches, you know, I would rather have it be just like a 25% chance to deathmark a random enemy at the start of every turn. That to me would make it a little better, even though deathmark still isn't that great. But anyway, the talent trees, we have Chaos, Life, and we have Death. So the Life tree is pretty good. It has a lot of good purification and healing in it. The Death tree doesn't have a whole lot of great things in it. It can deathmark an enemy at the start of a turn, Swift Curse. Ice Storm with the Icy Veil, and that's about the only 2 things really in that entire talent tree that are worth noting. But for the Chaos tree, you can steal 1 life from the first enemy when you match purple gems, which is small amount, but it's still, you're stealing life. That's good. Plague Bearer is good, diseasing an enemy on random 4 or 5 gem matches. 50% chance to spawn something. A Doomstorm. Now there's very few classes that actually have this talent, so if you do want to summon a Doomstorm at the start of your battle, which is the first 8 turns, there'll be more Doomskulls on the board. This is one class that does have that. And really the 100 level skills aren't great. You have the Eternal Summer. All Fey allies gain 2 life to every turn. And all enemies lose 1 point on a random skill when I match skulls. That Chaos Wave, that might be probably the best one generally that you would select down there. But otherwise, for level 1, Resilience is probably the best one. You got gain 8 to life. Purification is great. Cleanse yourself on 4 or 5 gem matches. Fast Healing is great. Recover 2 life every turn. So for the first 3 of them, I'm going to say the best ones are Resilience, Purification, Fast Healing. And then for level 20, I would probably go for the 50% chance to summon a health spawn when an enemy dies, or Icy Veil, depending on if you're using blue troops in your team. Then Healing Herb is probably really great here. Probably the best one, honestly, unless you want that Doomstorm for the first 8 turns of a battle. Then for level 70, probably the best 2 are Nature's Will and Swift Curse. I would select one of those 2. And then Chaos Wave at level 100. So that's pretty much this class here. It's not a fantastic class, but the class weapon, Sin's Harvest, looks like it is really good. So yeah, that's what I think about that class. And this is the end of episode I think it's 22 or 23. It'll be in the title. It'll be in the description what number it is. But we finished the Sin of Maraj, and now we need to finish Blackhawk and the Wild Plains. We only have 2 more quest lines, and then we can unlock the Underworld. I'm so excited about that because the Underworld is where we can get more of those legendary ingots, and we can get more souls, we can get glory, and we can get all sorts of good stuff, and we can get all those fantastic troops down in the Underworld. We can get King Gobtroffa, we can get the Miraji Queen, we can get Gargoyle, we can get Harpy, we can get so many good Underworld troops once we unlock the Underworld, so I'm excited for that. We only got 2 more episodes, and then we can start doing some stuff with that Underworld. So, yeah, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.